We begin standing. So come to your mat. Well, make sure, have a look at your feet, make sure they're there. Have a look at your feet. Yeah, just check them out, lift the toes up, place them down. Going to get a feeling of our feet and our ground. Lift the heels and place them down. And then again, lift the toes. Lift them really high as you can off the mat, and then put them down. Lift the heels really high, pushing onto the toes, and then down, just to get a feeling of the feet. Okay. Now we're going to do our little energizer. So bring the sides of the feet together, bring the sides of the legs together, breathe in, lift the arms up, breathing in, lift the heels off the ground, bring the hands together above the head, maybe even anything from the fingers and extending up, squeezing the arms together, squeezing the legs together, holding the breath in for a second or two. And as you breathe out, rather than letting out in a big gush, we let it out slowly and smoothly through the nostrils and bring the hands down to the sides, bring the heels down to the ground. So we do a couple more of these. So that's something new to you. Don't worry, that'll get a bit easier. So it's a big inhale, big strong inhale, all the way up. Bring the hands together, extend upwards, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms together, lift the heels high off the ground, hold the breath in. And then breathing out softly and smoothly. So we get these different aspects, a strong kind of intensity, and this softening and relaxing and releasing all the breath slowly. One more of these, breathing in. It's like filling up a battery, yeah? Filling up your battery, your energetic battery. Inhale and hold, and lift the heels high off the ground, hold, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms together, lift the hands to the ceiling. Breathing out slowly, bringing the hands down to the sides. Heels of the palms pushing out, heels coming down to the floor. And release. Now bring the shoulders up. Going to get a release a bit of tension. Take the feet apart a little bit. Breathing in and release out through the mouth. You just need to take a top layer of tension off. Amazing how much there is. Out through the mouth. And again, breathing in and out through the mouth. Let's do one more for luck. Breathing in. Hold for a second, then out through the mouth. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Let the knees join in. So you're getting a bit more of the whole body kind of joining this, rotating the shoulders. The arms are floppy. The arms aren't doing anything. We're not lifting the elbows. The shoulders are going back, rolling back. The knees are bending. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Inhale, exhale. Roll them back. Take the shoulders back, almost like rolling them down. And then bringing them forwards, lifting them high. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's try that forwards now. Inhaling, lifting them forwards. And down on the exhale. Inhale, exhaling, bending the knees. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, really feel like you're almost squeezing the tension out of the shoulders, which also works into the neck, obviously, and the collarbone a little bit, into the back and into the chest. Roll. Good. So I've got that going a little bit. Now we're going to, yes, these circles of the arms. Again, this is a great tension releaser. I mean, we know what happens when we release tension. Energy can flow. So we put the left foot forward, left hand on the left hip. These are going to be shoulder circles, which I love so much. Great thing to do in the morning, first thing. Hold onto the fingers lightly, like a soft fist with your thumb. And let the arms swing quite strongly. But there's zero tension in the body. Everything is just relaxed here. Even my knees are bent, nice. Get a big bit of momentum going. Then we're going to go backwards with that arm, first of all, a big circle. You should also just check that you're not going to crash into anything, first of all, do a slow circle before we do this big energetic. So we're just using the weight of the arm and a bit of momentum. This will open up that whole shoulder and just bring some warmth into that part of the body, which often gets very tense. Let the arms swing a little bit. Let me change sides. So put the right foot forward, right hand on right hip, nice and soft knees. And then with the left arm, holding the fingers softly. Why we do that is so if your hands are straight, you might find it kind of gets a bit achy on your fingers, just doing this big circle. So give it a bit of welly, get that arm swinging quite strongly. And again, I'm going to take that backwards. Yeah, nice big circle. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Open up your wings. Okay. I'm going to get a bit of heat and energy in the shoulders and come to a stop. And now we're going to take the feet a bit further apart, these bend, and we're going to take these on twists. So the arms again are heavy. They've got zero energy. They're just zero heavy. You bend the knees, let the arms swing around the body. You're turning on your center axis. So your center is strong and stable. We're not flopping around. It's staying stable, but we're bending into the knees. Let the arms swing heavily, looking right behind you. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Feel the space around you. Feel the air on the surface of your skin. Feel your arms freely moving around with ease. Bend into the knees to keep you low to the ground, keep that connection with the earth, with your feet. And as you come to a stop, just let the arms slowly stop their own accord. And then we're going to just, with those arms, the back of the hands, once you get going with this, your back of your hands can often be quite strong, little tap there. And it's actually great for waking up that energy, particularly that Kundalini energy, the base of the spine. So we get the back of the hands and just give ourselves a little pummel there. Oh yeah, it's going to feel good, especially if you've been sitting a lot. So it's just going to wake up all of that stagnant energy, get it moving around. Once we wake it up, we want to get it rising up the spine. So we get our knuckles either side of the lower spine and get it rising up. Ah, yeah, breathe. Enjoy that little bit of electricity and energy and heat going up your spine, your energetic system. And just shake the hands off. And bring the hands to the heart again, opening the heart space, pummeling the whole chest area with the fingers or soft bits. So I like the fingers because they're a bit more pointy and a bit more energizing. Whole chest area, up on the fronts of the shoulders, in the center, heart center, round, and also on these high ribs here, where if you have a bra on, or if you don't, it's where your bra strap would be anyway, roundabout. So just pummeling this area, good energetic release here. A little bit of rub on the sides there as well. Yeah. Have a little sweep of the arms. So sweeping the backs of the arms and the insides of the arms, just sweeping out there. Just sweeping up the cobwebs. Back of the right arm and the inside. Rub the palms together. And just shake them off. Yeah. And just to release again, we started a bit of removal of cobwebs. This is the best removal of cobwebs, the half breath. So feet hips width apart. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the arms up, look up. Big inhale, and then it comes out through the mouth in one. Notice how I bend my knees and let my arms swing. So again, inhale. Strong inhale, reach up. Let the arms swing. And again, breathing in. Out through the mouth. Try and release everything, all your breath going out in one half. Couple more. Do it in your own time, let your arms swing, kind of enjoy that energy moving, breathing in. Let's do one more, in fact. This one, anything you want to get rid of, anything that's kind of clinging on, any kind of yucky thoughts or feelings. Let's sweep it all out. Yeah, give it a bit of a spring clean. It's not spring yet, but we'll just clean it out a little bit. And then we're just going to connect up the sides of the brain and the body, coordination, by doing a little mini cross crawl. So bringing the left knee up, meeting it with the opposite hand, and then the opposite knee. So we're just doing this cross lateral motion, reconfiguring the energy, letting it move in a better direction. And you can make this kind of more lively if you're feeling energetic. Keep the weight on the ball of the foot a bit more to keep it lighter. Rather than bringing the heels down, it makes it a bit ploddy. You keep it light and springy, it just makes it a lot easier. We tread softly on this earth and we conserve our energy. Yeah. And then we extend the leg, do the same thing, meeting the opposite toe. So limbering and preparing, getting the energy moving before we come into any particular postures, asana. Yeah. Enjoy, keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Let's do one more, taking the leg out to the side. So your left leg's coming out to the side, the opposite arm is going over the head. So kind of like moving in opposites. And actually this other arm, rather than hanging, will copy that movement. So we've got this lovely circling, spiraling happening. Lovely for opening up the side body and the hip. It's also good for coordination, body and brain. Breathe, enjoy. Yeah, don't forget to enjoy. Notice how you're feeling. Yeah, breathe in and out through the nostrils mostly. And just to finish, we'll do a little movement for the hip. So bring the hands to the hips, Lift the knee and open out to the side. So we're opening up the hips, waking them up a little bit. They might be a bit sleepy, so they might just be kind of groaning or creaking to begin with, or making a few funny clicks or pops. So we'll just take a bit of time just to warm and oil the joints. We find when we move, then the joints become a little bit more limber, warmer, and more responsive. Good. One more each side. Okay. So we're going to come into a standing posture. To prepare, we're going to do a little palm tree. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle to begin. So we're going to take the feet quite wide, maybe as wide as your shoulders, or a tiny bit wider if you want. This palm tree, a beautiful symbol of the palm tree, reaching the arms up. They're kind of apart from each other, extended. Inhale, and as you exhale, like the palm trees do in the strong winds, they lean over. And as you're leaning over to the left on the exhale, lean as far as you can, pushing that left foot into the ground, or the side you're leaning to. Inhale to lift you up. Exhaling, going to the other side. So we're just extending the sides. Keep extending the fingers away from you as well. Inhale to come up. Exhale fully as you lean over. The side you're leaning to, press into that foot on that side, but keep extending. That extension, that continual extension into the fingertips really increases a beautiful extension in the side of the body. Breathing out. Inhale, one more each side. Exhale. Use your breath. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Inhale and exhale. Come up one more time to the center. Inhaling, exhaling, lower the arms down. So we've warmed up the sides a little bit, got them a bit more limber. Stand at the front of the mat now. Feet hips width apart, feet parallel. We're going to step back into this posture. So put your weight onto your left foot. Step back with the right for Trikonasana for triangle. Right foot directly facing forwards, left foot facing forwards on the short end of the mat. So they're a right angle. Get the hips square to each other. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhaling, bringing the arms down to shoulder height. Keep extending the fingertips away as you breathe in. As you breathe out, you're reaching over to the left and down. So now you can place the left hand on the lower part of the leg, or wherever you reach. Hasn't got to be lower. Don't compromise your posture by wanting to get somewhere. You know, if you're kind of forward and your hips, right hips forward, it's not going to be very much fun. Reaching up to the ceiling with the right hand. You can press against that lower leg with the frontal back of the hand and really keep that right shoulder away from your right ear. Soften the knees, not bent, but soft. So we're not locking. Look up at the right fingers there. They're reaching up continually up to the ceiling. So this lovely openness across the chest. And in fact, the chest, or the center of the chest, wants to see those fingers in the right hand. It wants to look. So it's almost twisting. There is a bit of a twist in this posture. Very slight twist. Keep the shoulder almost sitting back behind you there. Breathe deeply. Dig deep with your breath. Breathe. Use your inhale to come up. You might want to bend that left knee. I quite like that to soften the movement. And then breathing out, lower the arms down. Everything with breath. Bend into the right knee and bring yourself forwards. Spring back. Take a moment to shift the weight onto the right foot. Step back with the left. Same distance. Again, same right angle. Square the hips. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Extend. Keep the extension in the body as you breathe out and bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, extend, open the chest. As you breathe out, reaching over to your right and down. Make contact with that lower leg, frontal back of hand. Press against it rather than lean onto it. And reach the left fingers up to the ceiling. Keep extending. Keep the left shoulder away from the left ear. So you've got space here in this neck. Rather than having the shoulder hunched up here, keep dropping it back. So the more you can have that little twist in the chest, it creates more space in the left side of the neck. Soften the knees, be aware of your feet. Feel the contact between your feet, your toes and the ground. Feel that support and stability of your ground. Breathe deeply. Use the inhale, maybe bend into the right knee to soften it. Come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Just take a moment here. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to step back, a bigger step this time for warrior two. I'm going to go straight in. Weight on the left foot, big step back with the right. Bigger, much bigger, or 2 steps. So it's not a right angle now. The toes are slightly forwards there. Square the hips again. Try to make sure it's not out of, you're kind of out of alignment. The body's coming directly up out of the hips. Breathe in, lift the arms up, lift and lengthen the body. As you inhale, as you exhale, keep that length and bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathe in, expand across the chest. Strong inhale, look down the left arm and bending into that left knee, making sure it's going in line with those left toes. At the same time, this is really key. You're pushing into the back heel, the whole of the back foot, back edge of that foot, in fact, mostly. So really feel a sense of balance. We're stable here. We're not kind of toppling forwards and all the weight's on this foot. That feels just uncomfortable. So really anchoring yourself with that back leg. Keep the neck long, shoulders down, strong belly, strong back. Breathe deeply. Let's move with this one a little bit. So as you inhale, we're going to lift the body up and straighten the front leg. And as you exhale, we're going to sink into the posture. So we're moving with this. So remember, every time that knee's coming forward, there's an emphasis. It's almost like these 2 points are on a piece of elastic. The left knee's coming forward, the right heel's pushing back. So they're kind of moving away from each other with equal emphasis. Or like a bow and arrow, actually, that kind of tension, or power, or dynamic. Dynamic's a good word rather than tension. Inhaling, exhaling. Nice long neck. Head on top of the body, not leading. Head is just sitting on top of the body. Inhale. And let's exhale, let's sink into the posture, pushing into that back heel, pushing into that back foot. Fingers extending away from each other. Lift the chest. This is very open, this front of the body. Breathe, stable and strong, this warrior, stable. But also ready, energetic, powerful. Use the inhale to come up now. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the right knee a lot so that you can spring back to the front of the mat. Give the legs a little shake. Just keeping the feet on the ground. Just give the knees a little shake. And if you want to, you can also give the shoulders a shake. And this is lovely to release and make some sound if you want to. So breathe into your nostrils. Ah, yeah. Oh, need that. A little bit of a shake and a shimmy. Weight on the right foot now. Big step back with the left. Big step. Get those feet in a good position. So the left toes are pointing slightly forwards here. Get the hips level, looking at the long edge of the mat in front of you. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, as the right knee goes forwards, it's going in line with your toes, not collapsing inwards. So you want to see a big toe on the inside of that knee, pushing back with that left heel. So equal emphasis, almost like you're pushing the feet into the earth. Open, nice and open in the hips, lifted. The heart is lifted up away from the hips. Fingers extending away from each other, shoulders sinking down. Neck is really long, back of the neck is long. Head is on top of the body. Let's move with this now. Inhaling, lifting the torso. Exhaling, sinking into the feet there. Inhale. Exhale, long, slow exhale. Feel the evenness of the weight between each foot. So it feels totally stable and balanced. And just feel that energy moving around. Your breath, your life force, powering you continually. One more, breathing in. Breathing out. As that knee comes forward, you're anchoring that back foot. The whole outside of that back leg, left leg, is really strong. It's pushing into the earth there. Strong belly, strong back. Everything is alive though. There's no rigidity here. Everything is extending and expanding. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale with some softness. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. So in yoga, we have that combination of the polarities. We're kind of finding that strength and that vitality, but also that softness and that softening. So let's come into a ragdoll to find the softening and to give our back a little bit of a rest. So keeping the feet hips width apart, we start to bend the knees, we bring the chin to the chest. We're starting to just disintegrate. So the hands are sliding down the legs, the head is heavy, it's pulling you down, the knees are bending, and the body's hanging. You might find your hands reach the ground, that's fine, but come to a point where you're really letting that whole body go. The knees aren't so bent that you're kind of, crouched. They're bent enough so that your whole upper body can relax. If it feels too much for you, it feels too strong, you can just put your elbows on your knees, just to give yourself a little bit less weight falling forwards. Otherwise, let your neck go, remind it to relax. So if you're busy looking around, relax your neck by just saying, or just turning your head as if you're saying no. And a few releasing breaths, breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. So bring that sunshine into the base of your spine. Imagine it there, that light energy, and it's traveling up. So it starts to lift from the base. So you start lifting up from the base of the spine. Leave your arms heavy, leave your head heavy. Keep your knees bent if you can. And we're slowly lifting up through the spine. It's getting lighter, and energized, and brighter until you finally come to standing and the shoulders sink back and the head lifts up and the head's light, neck is freed up and long. You just feel a little bit more spacious in your body. Okay, so another warrior, peaceful warrior. So again, we're waking up all those areas that have maybe gotten a bit tired and sleepy over the Christmas period. Weight on the left foot, same big step back with the right. Big step. Make it a bit wider, creep the foot if you need to. Same starting position. So we're still starting in warrior one, hips level to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in. Lift the arms up, lift the torso, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest, breathing out, bending into that left knee, pushing into that back foot. So we've got this nice even stance. Now we're coming into peaceful. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reaching back with that right arm as far as you can, then down. As the right arm comes down, the left arm goes up. Rest on that strong back leg and reach up to the heavens with the left hand and turn the palm so it's facing downwards towards the mat. It's coming over the body. Don't lose the front knee. This was what happens. You straighten up. Keep that bend. Keep it strong. Make sure also that the knee isn't collapsing inwards. That often happens. So really keep that intention of openness in that hip. Look up at the ceiling if your balance and your neck is okay to do so. Otherwise, just look forwards if that's not so easy for you. Strong back leg. This also encourages one, or we learn something about the warrior, how strong this back leg has to be, and really anchored. So we're going to come back up on an inhale to warrior two, and then we're going to breathe out and sink into it. So let's seeing where that leg is, maybe it's straightened out. We're going to come into that warrior two again. Breathe in, straighten up, breathe out, lower the arms down softly, bend into that right knee, and bring yourself back in front of the mat. Good. Take a moment to just lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down, reset. Weight on the right foot, big step back with the left. Or a couple of steps, I think if I get there that time. Get the hips level with the long edge of the mat in front of you. Breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. At the same time, anchoring that back leg. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, reaching back with that left arm as far as it could go before it goes down, and the right arm goes up. Then we turn the palm so it's facing or looking down over the body and reaching over, but don't lose the knee, the front bend in the front knee, the knee bend, the front bend, the bend in your front leg. Yeah, try not to lose that. It will want to straighten out, but try and keep that evenness of pushing into that back foot while keeping that right knee going forwards. Breathe. Look up at the ceiling if your neck is allowing you to do that. Lean heavily and strongly onto that back leg with a straight arm there. Use the inhale to come back to warrior two. Exhale, sink into it for one more breath. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to front of the mat. Good. We're going to come into another counter posture with all the opening of hips. So a release is coming into a squat. So you'll see my heels are on the ground. That's just how I'm built. If your heels are off the ground, don't forget to put something padding underneath them. Pillows, blankets, anything you've got there, books, because we need to have contact with the ground. So if they're off the ground, put something underneath them. Let your body hang between your knees. So in this nice squat, find the position that's comfortable for you. As wide as the feet need to be, and the angles of the toes is up to you. But we're trying to keep the knee and the toes in the same line. So whatever that is for you. And then let the body hang forwards. Let your arms flop onto the ground. We're going to again releasing the back of the neck. And we'll do some nice releasing breaths as well. Breathing into the nostril. Sighing out through the mouth. Great release for the neck, the back. Obviously the hips here are getting some release as well. And often find making some sound, sighing out, really helps the body to really release tension. You hear it and you feel, yeah, it's a good feeling. Making sound, expression. So now we're going to come up, the hands on the ground here. Left hand stays on the ground. The inhale, the right fingertips. Lovely weightless arm is just lifting up to the ceiling. We're watching it with our eyes. And then we're going to try and spiral it upwards. So we're rotating the right wrist clockwise. And we're breathing. And we're just enjoying that, watching that arm movement like a beautiful vine, creeping upwards, creeping upwards. Then we change direction and we're unwinding and it's coming back down. Still winding and it's coming back down to earth. Yeah. Breathing in, lift the left arm, watching it with your eyes looking up at that left hand. And then rotate again, clockwise first of all, and extending upwards. It's almost like this kind of creeping, spiraling arm is spiraling higher and higher and higher, lifting us up. And then we rotate in the other direction. It's unwinding, unwinding, unwinding. We're watching it still, staying interested and curious in our own body, our own movement. The hand comes to the ground. Press into the hands. So again, we're in ragdoll. So this is the knees bent, the body hanging forward. So we're just releasing again for a moment. And then we're breathing in and out through the nostrils all the time, lifting from the base of the spine. Keep the knees bent, leave the arms hanging, leave the head hanging, keep breathing in and out. It's just restful, easy, creating space in the spinal column by giving it some space, giving it some ease. Yeah. Roll the shoulders back a few times with your breath. Good. So very important to focus on balance all the time, particularly in difficult times. And the great thing about balance is your mind becomes, you can't choose, your mind has to be focused. So that's why I would say balance is probably my favorite practice and probably the most useful. So we're going to do the heron balance because it's in movement. So we start off with the left bottom is grounded. It's going to stay there for the beginning. And as you inhale, you're going to lift the right knee, lift the hands up, arms extended up. They're going to reach up, going to meet above your head, the hands. Then the hands are going to turn. And as you breathe out, you're going to lower the arms down and try and match the movement to the breath. And as the hands come to the sides, the toe is just reaching again the floor. And then we change legs. So you really let that foot ground down. Inhale, lift the left leg. That knee is going as high as it can. You're reaching the hands high. So we've got a bit of dynamic in there and breathing out. You're breathing in and out through the nostrils. Let the foot land, bring the hands to the sides, shifting the weight, breathing in. I'm going to show you an added on part. So you can continue with this if you like this on its own. If you want another part, as you bring the arms down, instead of bringing the leg down, you extend the leg by pushing the heel out. And as you inhale, you lift the knee again. So it just means you're standing on that leg a bit longer and also having to do that little leg extension, which is really a strong thing to do. So you stay with the earlier one if you prefer. Inhaling. I'm just going to keep demonstrating this version. Exhaling, push that heel out, bring the arms down. Exhaling. Inhale, lift the knee up, lift the arms up. Nice and high and then lowering down. So you'll be glad you warmed the hips up before doing this as well. Inhaling. If balance is really compromised, you can still do this one-handed and hold onto a chair or furniture, breathing in. It will still be useful. It's still really, really useful. I would definitely, balance can save you. It can save your life, because you can have a bad fall, and that can really put you out of action for a long time. But if your balance is good, you're less likely. So I can thoroughly recommend it. And also, most of yoga is about balance, the balance of energies, polarities. Let's do one more each side here. Or if you're staying with the earlier version, you'll probably do a couple more sides, depending on how long your breath is. If you can always move faster than me. You haven't got to go in tune with me. You go in tune with your own breath. Yeah, trust yourself. And down, finally, both feet on the ground and stand. Let's have a little bit of a small back bend here. So give the back a little rub. It's always going to feel good, right? Why not treat ourselves? The hands are on the lower back, fingers are pointing down. The elbows are coming together. You lift the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. So we're avoiding this kind of hunched up action, keeping them down. Bend the knees slightly and take the hips forwards, supporting the back. Opening the chest. You're trying to make the front, you could look at this as a back bend, but I think a better way to look at it is front expansion, front opening, supporting the back. And you can just look up slightly if you feel okay about that. Keep the knees slightly soft all the time to prevent you from, kind of overdoing it on your back. Use the inhale to come back up. And release. Good. So we're going to move now into a strong posture, standing posture, chair. To be grounded and to feel strong, you need to have strong legs. But it's not just the legs have to work in the chair, but also the whole core, the abdominals particularly, and everything's working together, particularly this area right in the middle of the body, how it all works together. So feet hips width apart, lift the toes, place them down. Breathing in, lift the arms up, extend. As you breathe out, you're going to sit back. So try to make sure your knees aren't going forward. You're sitting back as if there was a comfortable chair behind you, and at the same time, extend the arms in front of you. Keep the neck in line with these arms. So rather than looking at the hands, you're probably looking at the ground. Breathe. Keep a lovely long line from the fingertip to the base of the spine. Strong belly is essential here. Keep the back really long. Keep the thighs strong. Breathe deeply. Dig deep. You should be getting warm. This is a great one to do in the winter. Instant central heating going on here. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down slowly. And just be glad that it's over. Okay. So we have a stand for a moment. For again, something strong, followed by something very gentle and internal for our inquiry. So just check your feet again. It's always good to connect again with the ground, with the earth, with your physical self, with your body. And you can trust that body. Looking at the toes, feeling the ground with your feet as if they were hands, really getting that sensual quality of the soles of the feet. Yeah, there we are. Now I can feel that. It takes a while. Bring the hands to the heart center, pressing lightly together in this prayer position. The heart is lifted up towards the hands, shoulders down, soft knees. Yeah, really standing tall. Back of the neck is long, chin slightly tucked in. So we really feel engaged with our whole body. So this is what I would call the gratitude prayer. And this is a good time of year to focus on gratitude and feel it, even more importantly, feeling it. So breathing in. As you breathe out, you're going to point those hands down and watch them with your eyes to the earth. And then we open the hands up. And we're looking at them still. If they come out to the sides, we start looking up. And the hands are coming up. They're reaching up. And as we look up, we see the hands come together and meet. How beautiful. And they come back to the heart center. So this is symbolic, and as you like, you can really enjoy the story of this, if you like, this narrative. It's beautiful. These two little birds flying away from each other to explore and then coming together, these aspects, watching them come together, connect, become one. And they're coming down this line we're drawing in the center of our circle, the center of ourselves, and we point to the earth. So this is the physical part, this and the breath, the inhale, the inspiration, the reaching up, the extending, the masculine. And then we're coming down, we're breathing out, and we're coming back down to the earth via the heart to the feminine, the softer element, the earth. And then we begin to allow ourselves to experience and feel and draw attention to gratitude as we do this. So however you do that, you might want to even say it out loud. If there's things you want to feel grateful for today, you want to exclaim it, you want to express it, or you want to think about it, have a list of things like words, or you could have images. And just notice what happens to you when you actually start to feel grateful. What does it feel like? So this is the key element of any gratitude practice, is feeling the feelings that go with the sense or the idea or the concept of gratitude. When we feel the feelings, where is it in the body that you feel gratitude? Notice that. Notice what the sensation is, the quality of that sensation. Give it breath, give it life. Let's do one more of these beautiful circles. So feeling the feelings and just allowing them to expand and exaggerate and become bigger. Inhale, one last time. Yeah, and let your hands on the exhale come back to the heart center. We're just resting in the heart center, maybe even connecting the thumbs, just gently connecting with the heart there, the thumbs. Keep lifting the heart towards them. Close your eyes for a second. Feel your connection to the earth with the feet. Feel this connection between the two poles, the opposites, the aspects, the sun, the moon, the masculine, feminine, dark and the light that you're holding. And just notice how your heart feels right now. How does my heart feel? Can you describe it to yourself? Can you see it, feel it? And maybe you can hear it. Just notice, acknowledge it. However it is right now, just give it a moment's acknowledgement. And then relax. Hands come down. I'm going to do a few of these sun salutes. So again, we're standing with feet hips apart. When we begin, giving your hands together actually. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the hands up. Again, we just done this, so this is quite nice, familiar. Reach the hands up, the hands come together. But as they come down, the knees are going to bend and the fingertips are going to come to the floor, looking at the ground. Now you're going to straighten the legs up, look forwards, and then naturally your hands come to the knees or just below the knees. And you notice you've got straight back, the heart is open, you're looking forwards, straight arms, straight back, straight legs. And then keep the legs straight for a forward bend, looking down at the ground, not the knees. Now bend the knees a lot, so that as you inhale, you can push with the power of the legs, reach up, look up at the hands coming together, and breathing out, the arms come down. Very simple, but very breath focused. Inhale, all the way up, look up. Inspiration, exhale, bending the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Look at the ground. Inhale, now straighten the legs, look forwards, heart is forwards, hands just below the knees. Breathing out with straight legs, looking down, space between the big toes. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in, lift your gaze, lift your hands. Strong inhale, hands come together. Exhale. We'll do a few more of these. And in your own speed, you might want to go a bit faster or a bit slower. Inhale, exhale. Focus on your breath more than anything. Exhale. Inhale. And the breath is in and out through the nostrils. Exhale. Straight legs. Bend the knees a lot now. Inhale. It's a strong inhale. It's a real strong, it lifts you up. But the exhale is soft and softening. And your ground, you feel the ground for your feet. Inhale, lifting up, air and the flight. Exhale, we're coming down to the earth. The chest is leading, the chin is leading, the fingertips come to the ground, the knees are bent. Inhale, take the heart forwards. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees. Inhale, all the way up. Strong inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, softening. Inhale all the way up. A couple more of these. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Strong belly with that, with a forward bend. Inhale, look forwards. Heart is open, shoulders are back, looking directly forwards. Exhale, straight legs. Bend the knees a lot. Lift your eyes are leading. The breath, the in-breath is leading. The hands come together and the exhale. Let's go one more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Knees bent, fingertips touch the ground, look at the ground. Inhale, look forwards, heart forwards, hands just below the knees. Exhaling, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees a lot now so you can push up through your feet. And inhale, it's a powerful movement there. And exhaling, the arms come down. Take a moment just to stand in Anjali, Tadasana, mountain, with the prayer position there. Lift the chest, shoulders down, strong legs, feet on the ground. Breathe. Breathe. Just take a moment to let yourself settle. Now we're going to come down to the ground. So we're going to come down a little squat. We've already done a chair, it's slightly different. Breathing in, lift the arms forwards, shoulders back. Inhale, exhaling. You're going to sit back. We're going to go all the way down now. So keep breathing in and out as you sit back. Try and keep the knees level, don't let them splay out. Keep a strong belly, keep extending the hands forward to counter balance, and make sure you catch yourself before your bottom reaches the ground. Otherwise, you can have a bit of a hard landing. Talking of soft landing earlier. Sort of soft landing. Bounce the knees up and down a little bit. Okay. And then bring the knees up. Hug the knees a little bit. Let the back round a little bit. Let the face fall to your knees. Just making yourself into a nice little soft seed. Just enjoy that holding of oneself. Breathing into the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Now let the feet fall out to the sides, bring the soles of the feet together. So we're in this cobbler position. Try and bring the heels close to the groin, either holding the ankles or the toes. And we're just going to sit up tall first of all. Don't worry about where your knees are. So lifting from the chest. So the chest is lifting and going upwards and forwards, and the shoulders are going back as if your shoulders are wanting to reach the wall behind you. There's a wall, imaginary wall behind you. And the back of the neck is also really long. And once you find that position, whether you're holding the ankles or the toes, then you start to feel as if there's weight on the inside of those knees and it's pressing down. And the hips are opening up and the chest is lifting up away from the hips. And breathe. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Keep lifting the chest, strong in the back, strong in the belly. And just release that a little bit. Still holding the feet or toes. Just make it a bit softer, and then we just have a little bit of a butterfly. So we're just bouncing the knees out to the side in a gentler way. Very soft. And just enjoying. Lift the knees up again. Hug the knees, your face fall to the knees, into the nostrils, out from the mouth. Extend your legs away. Wide as you feel comfortable. You might want to sit on something, or you might want to just lift yourself up with your fingertips to get seated nice and comfortably. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Going to have the hands either on the knees, or you can stick the fingers in front of you and extend the arms in front of you. This is what I call stirring the porridge. So this is the porridge pot here, and we're going to stir it. So you can either, like I said, on the knees here, or with the as if you're holding a big spoon. You're sitting really tall here, strong belly, long belly, breathing in. As you breathe out, you're coming forwards, in out through the nostrils, and then we're coming around to the side and leaning back as much as you feel comfortable as you breathe in. Yes, out as you come forwards, breathing out, breathing in as you lean back. And if you have the hands on the knees, same thing, breathing out. So you'll notice I'm really keeping this integrity of the spine here. I'm not bending and flopping around. It's not some kind of, it's really focusing on the base of the spine and the sacrum there, but keeping a lot of strength and stability in the abdominals, keeping the chest lifted up away from the lower back, so we're getting lots of length here in the body. Shoulders down, The head is staying on top of the body. Breathing out as you lean forwards. Either position, whatever feels good to you. Breathing in as you lean back. So half circle is in breath. The out breath is as you lean forwards. So now come to center. Do the same thing the other way. But this time we're going to make some sound on the out breath, on the whole out breath. And every time you come to the end of that humming sound, then just take another breath in. But we'll keep going that anti-clockwise way. So whichever position you want. Inhale, exhaling is a hum sound. Okay, keep going a little bit longer. I'm going to check. Oh, that's okay. Going right to the edge of that porridge pot and then come to center. Okay. And then we're just going to bring the legs together again. I mean, first of all, just bring them up together and hug your knees just to, again, open the space between the shoulder blades, back of the shoulders. Then we'll extend the legs away. Bounce the knees up and down a little bit. Let's have a little sort of forward bend moment. So bring the legs together and the toes are going up to the ceiling. Just to make it a bit easier for ourselves, you take the fleshy part of the bottom back. So hips in a slightly better position. Now as you inhale, you reach up, look at the back of the hands, look, lengthen, lift the chest, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the front of the body there. Now as you exhale, you're looking at the back of the hands and you're taking your chest forward. That's what's leading, not the hands or the shoulders. The chest is leading. Let your hands land on your legs or on the ground. If you can reach the big toes comfortably or the feet comfortably, you can do that. But not, if you're hunching forward, I would say just come back a little bit. And in fact, everyone take a little breath and lift the chest and sit up tall. And then just see as you breathe out, long, slow out breath. See if there's a little bit more space and release for you. Every time you find yourself, you notice yourself striving and pushing, breathe in, come away a little bit. And breathe out fully. And focus on the release. Focus on letting go. Close your eyes even if you feel that helps. It kind of takes you away from an image and idea of what your body should be looking like, and much more of an internal experience. Thinking about our theme today of the internal experience, the inner vision, the inquiry, the intuition, knowing. So we're going to lift up, breathing in, look up and breathing out, bring the hands down. Bring the hands behind you with the fingers pointing forwards. And now you can either come into a hip lift, so lift up the whole body, the feet flat on the ground, that's a stronger version if you want, or come up into a tabletop, placing the feet on the ground, lifting the hips into this tabletop. Or if you prefer to keep the bottom on the ground, you can push into the hands and lift the chest, looking up at the ceiling. This is all just counterposing that strong forward bend. So choose your position, breathe while you're there. And then lower down on an exhale. And we're just going to slow it all down the last few minutes. Extend the fingers towards the toes. Keep breathing in and out the whole time. We just do the last little bit of effort, the abdominals. Slowly lower down, but keep breathing in and out the whole time. Lay the body down. Lay the body down, let the arms flop out to the sides. Yeah. Take a breath here. Sigh out for the mouth. Ah. Let go of everything. You made it. Feel the body, whole back of the body in contact with the ground. And then we're just going to hug the knees because it feels good. And it's we need to always give lots of attention to the back, particularly the lower back. And that's often really needs lots of support, touch, massage, attention. That needs a lot of partnership from the abdominals as well. We're just going to take that little circle there. The knees together, one hand top of each kneecap. Breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, draw the knees in. We're drawing a circle with the knees and also a circle on the ground with our back. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Let's take it the other way. Same thing. If you want to, you can try this without the hands. Probably ends up being a bit bigger circle, a little bit stronger on the abdominals, but you can choose which you prefer. It's a light, delicate touch with the fingers. They're just guiding the knees there and giving you a bit of extra support. Squeeze the knees into the body, extend the legs up to the ceiling, the arms up to the ceiling, rotate the wrists and ankles. Yeah, just give those legs a little bit of levity, watching, changing direction, watching the limbs moving in space. Good. Feeling the support of the ground at your back, and then just bend the knees. The soles of the feet on the ground, slide the legs away, give yourself a full stretch. Stretch the whole body, breathe deeply, point the toes. Breathing in, breathing out, push the heels away. As you breathe out through the nostrils. Inhale, point the toes, exhale, push the heels away, draw the toes up towards you. So we're just giving the back and the front of the body a bit of attention. Inhale, exhale. Then relax the legs. We just let them roll back and forth a little bit just to release them. And relax the arms a little bit. They're not stretched out now. We're just kind of slightly bent so that the shoulders can relax and the arms can be on the ground nice and easy. And we're just going to move the arms slowly to slow everything down, slow the mind down, breathing in through the nostrils softly. And as you breathe out through the nostrils, the arms are going to be lifted up above the body, breathing out until the end of the out breath, the hands reach the ground, either side of the body. Then the in breath begins. So a simple job here, and just keeping the mind focused on coordinating the movement to match the breath. The breath is soft and easy in and out through the nostrils. Slow, steady stream of breath. Slow, steady movement. Inhaling all the way up. So move your arms in time with your breath. It might be slower or faster than me. Inhaling and exhaling slowly. Just see this as a little bit of meditation, a body meditation, just slowing down. Keep your mind focused just on this task of keeping everything smooth, even, steady, coordinated. I'll make this the last movement. So the last thing that happens is the hands slowly moving through space on the exhale. Meet the ground, either side of the body. And let the hands just roll out to the side, the palms are facing the ceiling. If you want to cover yourself, we're going to just have a short relaxation to finish. Don't want to put socks on or anything. And we're just finding Shavasana or any modified versions if you feel you need to have your knees bent. So your back can be comfortable, you can do that in the semi-supine position, even letting the knees fall together there. Cover yourself, make yourself comfortable and warm. Close your eyes. We'll just take a minute here, focusing on more relaxed sense. So breathe. In and out through the nostrils. If you feel you need a bit more release, then just take a big inhale through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Just release everything. Let it go. And take your focus inwards with your eyes closed. Feel yourself safe and protected. Feel the ground beneath your body is supporting you, holding you, keeping you safe. Feeling that sense of security and nourishment from this earth, this universal mother of the earth. So beneath the ground, you're lying on the floor, the mat, the floorboards, the house, the foundations. There's earth, rich, fertile earth. I'm just drawing that up into our back body, allowing it, receiving that nourishment and support, love, and feeling ourselves really comfortable, safe and secure. Breath is just soft and easy like a sleeping baby. Let yourself sink, 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 soften, sink and soften. So a little moment of rest. Sometimes that can do wonders. So we just take our time now coming out of this relaxation. Take your time. Slow is best, always. So just start to come back to the day by breathing a little deeper, giving yourself a stretch on the ground. Yeah, move your body. Maybe hug your knees, bend your knees in and hug your knees. Maybe have a little rock and roll on the ground. Yeah, whatever feels good to you. Find a nice, easy way to come to seated. Just find your way, nice and easy. Yeah, and as you come to seated, just give your body a little rub, rubbing the arms, feeling your surfaces, the legs, the back. Just feeling yourself a little bit renewed, maybe a bit more embodied. You know, we can be up in our head so much. Most of the world is conspiring. Most of the external world and stuff, and society is encouraging us to be in that place. So we have to really make an effort to find our body space, body time. Let's rub the palms together to finish. Create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Make a little fire there. Really get that going. Yeah, stoke that fire. And once we've got that little fire, that little flame, then we place that one on top of the other. As we began, we bring our hands into our heart center, over. Give warmth and energy to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel into that space again. Breathe into that space. And bring to mind your sankalpa, the Sanskrit word which can be translated as an intention or a promise or a loving thought for yourself, actually. And it should be positively framed. A sentence which might start with something like, I am, or I have. And say that sentence to yourself, say those words a few times, and let them land in your heart like lovely seeds in the rich, fertile ground. And giving them energy and nurture, and most of all, your attention. This is the powerful part, your attention, and where you decide to place it. You have complete control over where you place your attention. Good. Okay. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice.